What's going on to all my gamers and gamers? This your boy Kano, the brutally honest gamer, and I'm back with another video. Let's get it, let's go, let's talk about it. So, I was on YouTube on my TV actually watching the old G4TV. You feel me? Watching the old E3 from 2005 to 2010, 2011, whatever, right? And watching the old shows like the old X Play, Arena, Blister, stuff like that, and it just dawned on me like this old G4 TV was way better than the new G4 TV. So I decided to go ahead and make a video on actually what made the old G4 TV better than the new G4 TV, and if they will ever actually will make a return for another G4 TV for a third run, which I also would say never say never. So let me go ahead and dive in. Mind you, this is all off top of the head. This is nothing written down, nothing scripted. I want to speak from the heart like I always do on all my videos because I'm brutally honest from my perspective. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, when you look at the new G4 TV and why it actually fell, the new G4 TV honestly did not, I repeat, it did not have a direction of where it wanted to go. When the new G4 TV was announced, everybody and their mama was excited. I was excited because that was childhood memories, and it was all about video games. So, at that time I had Xfinity and they had it on cable, so I was excited about it. But we knew that they was bringing back X Play and Attack of the Show, and then unfortunately Ninja Warrior. That's really not my cup of tea, and some other nostalgia other shows that really wasn't video game related until the actual new G4 TV was actually around. So look, what went wrong with the new G4 TV is they didn't have a direction of where they wanted to go, for one, and two, they didn't really cater towards the gamers because the shows that they had, it wasn't video game centric, it wasn't video game related. And with the old G4 TV, it was all about the video games. You feel me? Like the extended play to X Play, then the screensavers to the Attack of the Show. You feel what I'm saying? Just to name a few, even Arena and Cinematech, Cheat, Blister, Filter, all of that. That was all video game related. And the new shows that was on the newer G4 TV was the X Play, Attack of the Show, which we're gonna dive in more a little bit later. Then you have Boosted, which was an esports related show that was non and void, wasn't really nothing funny about the show. Then you have Invitation to Party with the Dungeons and Dragons, which personally I don't care for. Then you had Name Your Price, which I thought was trash. They had a lot of different shows that didn't have a direction and didn't know where they wanted to go, and they had basically the same people on them shows and didn't diversify the line of people on the shows. You feel what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit more about why the new G4 TV felt, like I said, with the no direction sense. Honestly, with some of these shows, there really wasn't no chemistry within the people there. Basically, the people that was hired on G4 TV basically was doing what I'm doing, creating content on YouTube. But the way that they're doing it, they're catered towards a different lane of content that they've done. Like, for instance, Foss, she was basically known for the esports world, but she basically got kicked out for her bad stance and bad content of what she was saying. The bad things that basically what she was saying, it didn't make no sense to nobody. You feel what I'm saying? And she caused a lot of controversy. So it really was a no nonsense hire. Like, why would they actually hire Fosk? You feel me? And then you seen when they had the sexism in gaming, which basically that was a stupid take of what she was saying because it didn't make any sense based off the fact that she had a bad intake of what she was saying about PlayStation or whatever, which it is what it is. And then the Black Hokage, which he had some controversy behind him. Didn't really understand that hire, but no offense to the Black Hokage. I ain't got no problems with the Black Hokage. Just he didn't really fit the mold unless he would create, like, if they would create a video game related show basically dedicated to the celebrities, then yeah, he really fit the mold to actually, do that type of show, like something on the levels of Players or a revamped version of Players. And then Arena, it really didn't make no sense because it wasn't about esports or anything related. It was just about two type of content creators battling it out, beef with no nonsense games, a little bit of video games here and there, which is no nonsense. I just feel like with the new G4 TV, in my personal opinion, like I said, it didn't have no direction. It didn't benefit the gamers. It wasn't dedicated to us, the gamers. It was just like one legit show that was X Play, and that really wasn't all that good because you had Adam Sessler that was causing a lot of controversy on Twitter, which that was a bad look for G4 TV. Then you have Fosh making a sexism in gaming sentiments on G4TV. There was just a lot of things that was wrong with G4TV, in my honest opinion. What really went wrong was they didn't have no content for the gamers. Like, if you look at the old G4TV, like for instance, Attack of the Show, that was more of a tech type of show, but it had comedy in it. When you look at the newer version, it didn't have no chemistry within anybody, with Cassium G, Farrah Nora, I forgot her name, I don't know, Gina Darling, and Xavier Woods. They didn't really fit the mold on that show. You feel me? With Kevin Ferreira, it didn't fit the mold. That wasn't a fittable show, honestly. Nobody had chemistry. It wasn't funny. Nobody was funny. It wasn't a funny show. And they didn't really cater towards the tech at all, on the tech aspect of it all. The feed was non and void. Barely had any episodes to feed. But my main gripe of what really went wrong with the new G4TV was the super duper long live streaming. 2 hours, 2.5 almost 3 hours of live streaming on the whole show of Attack of the Show and X-Play. They didn't need that. What made G4TV pop on the old version was they taped their shows. They taped their episodes of each show. And that's what made it spark. They taped their shows. It was more chemistry back then. And it was all about the games. They had buku video game shows on G4TV. Whereas now, honestly, G4TV didn't, the newer version of G4TV didn't really have video game shows. Let me give you a prime example. Name Your Price. Really. That show was trash. If they're going to have contestants on the show, and if they was going to do giveaways, give away something video game oriented instead of no nonsense type of video giveaways. That's why I say it was trash. You dig? I'm just speaking facts, not fiction. Now, would they ever bring back G4TV in the future? I would say never say never. You never know when it comes down to the nitty gritty behind that. You feel me? But as of right now, I don't see it happening right now. But in the future, never say never. And if they were to actually do a new G4TV, they need to do it right. Do it justice. Make it all about the games. When you look at the old G4TV, they actually went to E3 and actually had presentations on the channel. Like, for instance, when Microsoft had their press conference, it was broadcast live on the channel and not through a watch party. And that was the main gripe that I've seen with G4TV. If they're going to do a presentation or have Microsoft or something do their state of play presentation, don't do a watch party. Do like what IGN does. Do what GameSpot does. Hell, even do what the gamer section does and actually have a presentation on the channel. You feel me? Broadcast the whole thing instead of doing watch parties. That what was the main issue of why G4TV felt on the new version anyways. You feel me? When they had the interviews with some of the game developers, there was problems with that. There were just so many things wrong with the new G4TV. It wasn't even funny. That's why I like the old G4TV better. It was way better. People had way more chemistry. It was more fun oriented, and it was all about the games, the gamers, all of that. The new G4TV, like I said, didn't have any type of direction whatsoever. No direction. They didn't know what to do. They didn't have nothing together. Instead of them trying to release it 2021, they could have took a whole nother year or two to get it together. Even before they even announced it, they should have had more stuff together. They should have had more shows lined up. They should have had the right pieces on the puzzle. They should have had a lot more people ready to work. They should have had everything more established instead of doing the summer beach house and stuff like that. There was so many things wrong with the newer G4 TV. It wasn't even funny. It wasn't about the gamers. It wasn't about gaming. It was terrible. So that's basically just my intake on like what made the old G4 TV better than the new G4 TV. I personally prefer the old G4 TV over the new G4 TV. That's just my honest opinion. Comment below if y'all thoughts about it. Let me know what y'all think about the old G4 TV and new G4 TV. Like, do you think it will come back? Like I said, it's never say never with me. So make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, as I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers on the personal channel and on the gamer section channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Support the movement. And I'm gonna leave it on that note. I'm out. Peace.